think that you've probably already seen the news. Natasha Denona has just revealed her newest palette, so I'm going to be going over all of the details that are available today, and I'm going to be telling you, well, it's a shopper drop, right? But this one deserves its own video. I've already purchased it, I've already shopped it, so there you go. But towards the end, I'll be telling you whether or not I would be shopping or dropping this if I didn't do this for a living. Let's get into it. I've tried not to think about it too hard or look into it too much so you guys can get my most honest reaction, but let's go into the details and what we know so far about the Natasha Denona I Need a Warm palette. Now, if you're new to my channel, shop or drop means I don't have the products in hand. We're just going over expectations, getting the community opinion, and seeing if we're excited about it or not. I'm also garnering what questions you want me to answer when I actually do have the product in hand, and I can make my review as helpful as possible because there will be a review of this. So the first thing that I saw was on Instagram. Now the swatches aren't out yet the day that I'm filming this. She says tomorrow the swatches will be available, but I think we can do this without the swatches. There's still enough information out there. So you can find this all on Natasha Denona's Instagram page. I don't think she has the web page for it up on her website, but that's okay because it was on Sephora, so I can pull from there. You see, if you do go to her website, the I Need a Nude Warm palette coming soon. Sign up to get notified when first available, or just be subscribed to me. Click the notification bell, and I always let you know once this becomes available. I've already posted where it's available, and it's already been sold out. Just saying, have that notification bell on. Okay, so this was the first thing I saw. I was not expecting to open up Instagram this morning and see this. I wasn't feeling the best this morning. I'm not pregnant. A lot of people like to assume that when I say that. Not pregnant, just unwell. And was not expecting this. I was like, I need a warm palette. And then I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh, she better show it. She better show it. I don't want this. Oh, there it is. Temu. Get out of here, junk mail. Anyways, was not expecting this on my to-do list today. I'm excited about it. I have to say I was like not jumping for joy. It's launching August 22nd. Today is the 19th that I'm filming this, so you can get it in 3 days. So let's get into my thoughts about this palette. So I Need a Warm palette. Where does this come from? It's a play off of probably her best-selling palette, the I Need a Nude palette, which is one of my all-time favorites. And this is very cool toned. I'm curious if she'll come out with a I Need a Cool palette. When it comes to warm, I just feel like the industry is full of warm palettes. So that's why when I saw I Need a Warm, like I was excited because I cover Natasha Denona stuff, but like also I don't need a warm. You know, I don't need a warm palette. But let's go to the next page where we get a little bit more details. So here's the photo. Like I said, we only really have stills right now. She hasn't uploaded her YouTube tutorials. She hasn't uploaded her live swatches, but she'll do that very soon. But instantly what my eye gravitates towards is Phenomena right here. Please let me know, are these shades repeats or not? I was looking through the comments where she normally answers it. I don't see any, but I could be wrong. Honestly, didn't do too much research into it because I wanted to get my raw reaction. So some dates: August 22nd on the website. I do recommend that you have an account because normally you can order a day before or a day or two before. If you have an account, it's free to join and they have a great point system. Or you can get it online at Ulta, in stores on the 25th. It also was available on the Sephora app today, which if you aren't following me and don't have my notification bell, you might have missed it, but don't worry, you can wait a couple days. No biggie. It is a midi style palette, so it's $69. This is my favorite style of Natasha Denona palettes. They have holes that you can mix and match, and I think it's the perfect size and price point. Knowing the price point that Natasha Denona will sell her palettes for, this is good. You get a little bit less product, but for a little bit more money, but you still get a great variety of 15 shades. So let's see. Meet the new I Need a Warm palette, the ultimate neutral warm version of the viral I Need a Nude palette, featuring 2 new innovative formulas, Slip Cream Matte and Metal Gloss. Ooh. I don't like a metal, I don't like the way that that sounds. Natasha Denona, she loves to play around with textures, which I give her credit for, but also sometimes it turns out bad. And she spends multiple palette launches tweaking said formula. Let's hope she got it down. Blend of metallic champagnes, rich caramels, shimmering rosy coppers, essential browns, and a fun color shifting trio chrome, which is not a new formulation from her unless she's refined the formulation itself. Looking at the shades, creamy matte, creamy matte, multi-chrome, sparkling foiled is one of my favorite formulas. So Snug is a metal gloss formula. That's that new formula. I'm looking for the Slip Cream Matte. Am I missing it? Oh, Flesh Over. So let's look for Flesh Over and Snug. Snug is the new Slip Cream. Interesting. They say it's a matte. Oh, JK. That's not the Slip Cream. That would be Flash Over. I was gonna say it doesn't look matte. Flash Over. This is the new Slip Cream Matte. I wonder if it's gonna be like Huda Beauty, Patrick Ta. I hope not. I don't really utilize formulas like that, but we'll see when she gives more details. And then Metal Gloss, which is that Snug color. Hard to tell here. We'll have to look at the arm swatches on the Sephora website. I mean, I'm not seeing anything breaking the mold. I don't know how warm this looks. Like, I see some browns leaning warm. Am I crazy? Does this not look warm? Because Natasha Denona, like, bronze palette, this is very clearly a super warm palette. So I wonder if she's just trying to keep the I Need a line a little bit more neutral and leaning. Like, I Need a Nude is leaning cool. I Need a Warm, leaning warm. But for a name like that, I feel like, you know, taking out this half, it should lead into Zendo, or we have, you know, the Sunrise palettes, which is a little bit more bold warm. But bronze palette for me, I do not feel she needed a warm palette when you have bronze here. The concept itself I'm not excited about, but what makes me happy looking at this is it doesn't look orange warm. It doesn't look too warm. I think it's leaning neutral warm, hopefully. You can only tell so much from the photos that are offered online, but I'm excited. 2 new shades, 2 new formulas. Seems like we're going a little bit minimal here with just keeping it 1 shade per new formula. Now the shades themselves, what I'm seeing, nothing original for the line, especially like this part of the palette. We have these colors already. I'm gonna assume I'll have to see that in person or on better, more live swatches. Let me know, you guys. Are these repeat shades? Phenomena, I'm excited about. How does she describe that one? Multi-chrome peach green pink. I hope she does a good job with it. I'm excited about that. Let's take a look at what the Sephora website says. So we do have all of the details on the Sephora website. And as you can see, it's out of stock. I was able to order this and share it for a little bit before it went out of stock. It'll come back. Don't worry. I feel like this photo here is more clear, right? You can see the textures a little bit more of the colors. So you see like soft spot, it's neutral, warm, mellow, leaning peach here. The shimmers aren't giving super warm, so it is different from the bronze palette from what I'm seeing, but it has browns that are warm toned, but not orange, which I like personally. This is what I wanted to see. Now, of course, these are heavily edited, and honestly, even with her live swatches, I don't really trust them. That woman like digs like a shovel into those shades, so they always look super pigmented and creamy. I always like to wait like to see it in person just because I feel like even her swatches are not to be trusted. Sorry, Natasha. Love your stuff, but swatches, you go in really hard. So I'm struggling so that we can see it. So Phenomena is looking great, but of course they get the angling and the lighting just right. so that you can see it. I mean, it's nothing we haven't seen before. I can see the neutrals leaning warm, but it's not an orange palette. I think we do have a great variety in depths and textures here. I think that this palette is going to look fabulous on deeper complexion. Let me know your thoughts if you do have a deeper complexion, but I do think this will be fitting for a very wide range of skin tones because the colors go pretty dark. I think we could go a couple darker mattes, but we also have some dark shimmers here as well as light shimmers. So the range seems really nice for what I prefer in a palette. Zooming in is difficult on the Sephora app. I love to see the looks that she creates because if the looks look all the same, I'm like, a red flag, baby. Nice peachy neutral look. Have that peach in the inner corner. Okay, I like that simple. Oh, now this is gorgeous. This is that multi-chrome shade. It looks beautiful on her complexion. It looks like we put a little bit of a champagne in the inner corner, and then that Phenomena shade is doing most of the work. Here you can really see the shift. That looks gorgeous. And Natasha Denona will use pencils and stuff, but I do think that she has a brown dark enough in there to act as liners that you are seeing. Not my style of look, a lot going on, but okay, I don't love that look, but that's just me. Like, doesn't it look a little messy? Anyways, I am not a makeup artist anymore, so let me shut up. Oh, that's very pretty, very angular, very neutral. A look you can get with other palettes of hers, of course, but it is pretty, something within my comfort zone. That's gorgeous. Again, a very neutral look. I could recreate this one. I think it is beautiful, and this look really allows you to see where she's placed the different colors. Nothing crazy or groundbreaking, but gorgeous. Here's that peachy look. Did we see this already? Pretty. I don't know about the variety of looks that you can get with this. Some of them are looking quite similar. That's that look I didn't love, but that's the look I do love. Ooh. Can check it out on the Sephora website. That's the video content. Making sure that there's nothing that I missed. This had everything on the Instagram that I saw with the shade descriptions. Okay, so here are my thoughts before I get into your thoughts. I don't know, I'm not as excited about this one. If I didn't review makeup for a living, at this point this would be a drop for me. It's not anything unique enough. It's a great Natasha Denona formula, I would imagine, that it stays consistent with her formula. If it's a color story that speaks to you, it would be worth it formula-wise. But for me, for the general makeup collection, this isn't anything new. Now, I saw some concerns that ND is turning into Charlotte Tilbury, Pat McGrath, of going now only towards neutrals. And I stood up for her last time because I said, Natasha caters to everybody. She's done neutral launches, but she's also done a lot of fun launches. I stood up for her. She's not afraid to go there. However, it's been a lot of neutral launches lately, so I'm getting worried. I'm hoping that we don't fall into that. I hope for the holidays that Natasha Denona can bring out a fun color story, something a little bit more different. Now, it doesn't have to be like neons or anything, but something away from neutrals. And Natasha knows how to do it. We know this. She's come out with some really nice color stories. I'm thinking for the holidays, like something rich, something holiday-y. Give me greens, golds, blues, reds, cranberries. Something different than neutrals, I'm hoping for. Just to appease the mass audiences, because I can't stand up too much longer, especially if the next palette ends up being neutral. It will take away from what I was standing up for saying that she pleases everybody. So, unfortunately, this one is a drop in terms of me not being very excited about it, but Of course, I will be reviewing it for you guys anyways, because I need to tell you if it's worth it or not, if it looks how it looks in the photos or not, so you still will be hearing about that from me. Now, of course, I need to get your guys' opinions, so I'm heading over to my Instagram where I shared my story, and you guys told me what your opinions were. So here it was. I asked, what are your thoughts? Repetitive. Don't disagree with that. For a warm palette, the colors aren't that warm. Wish it included orange and terracotta. I stated that it didn't look that warm to me, but we already have the bronze palette, so I didn't feel it was necessary. But yeah, for it being warm, it's not as warm as I would have thought it would be. Boring. Okay. I want it. LOL. I need a nude. So somebody is very happy about this. If you like neutrals, I think you will be excited about this, especially if you love the Natasha Denona formula. I like neutrals. I'm not as excited about it because I was hoping she would do something a little bit more fun end of summer, but it's a good end of summer launch for sure. Yawn. Not that original. Okay, we're starting off pretty meh about it. Gorgeous, but this looks so similar to the new Golden palette, right? Kind of. I wouldn't say exactly, but it's like another neutral launch, so I'm sure there's going to be some overlap there. Wanted to be excited, found to be boring. That is how I feel, unfortunately. I agree with you. More interesting than the golden I shopped. I thought the golden was more interesting for me personally, but depending on what kind of colors you wear, there you go. We have a shop here. I need Natasha to release something new and innovative. It's time. It is. We know she can do it. We know she has the vision for it. 'Tis time. Yes. I don't need it, but these promo photos are selling me. It's that multi-chrome, isn't it? I spy a duochrome shade. You do. You absolutely do. Curious how this will compare to golden. Okay, great. This is why I love doing this style of video. I will pull out my golden palette and we'll do a side-by-side and we can see how the two newest palettes compare to each other. I mean, it's not the newest. Did the I Need a Rose that came out after golden? Yes, it did. But anyways, lost my train of thought. Will do. Noted. Thank you. Finally, but there are so many warm palettes in the market. Agreed. That's why I'm not as excited. There's just so many. Cute. Wish the background color was different so we could see the different colors and how different they are. That's why we love a good YouTube review, right? I want it. Okay. Beautiful, but cries in cool undertone. Honestly though, this one might not be bad if you want to test with warms because it's not like orange. You know, the colors seem a little bit more browned down, but we'll see. They've changed one color and called it a new palette. Huh. Oh, are you saying like from the I Need a Nude palette? These do look more warm leaning, if that's what you're referring to. I think we already have all the colors that exist. Am I reading correctly? Now it's just brands repackaging them. Yeah, I mean, at this point though, in the makeup universe, you can't reinvent the wheel here. Everything that launches, nothing's going to be new. It's really how they market it, how they pair the colors together, the packaging. It's all about the overall image. And I see where you're coming from for sure. This is not going to be anything new in your collection, especially if you've accumulated a good number of eyeshadow palettes. I love warm tones. I wish you would release single eyeshadows. These shades are too similar. I guess this is for me because I rarely use my I Need a Nude. I think I prefer warm tones. Yes. Great assumption, because you know what? Sometimes even when I use I Need a Nude, I'm like, it's a bit too cool. Could be cool to mix and match these potentially. It looks pretty. I don't know if I'd get it, but I might eventually look similar to other palettes. There's always the option of waiting for the Sephora savings event. Holiday time, normally you'll find a sale somewhere, so that might be a better option if you're kind of on the fence. Wait, don't rush to pick it up. Take some time, sit on it. Nowadays, when it comes to makeup, there's no rush. There's lots of sales, so wait for those. No! I was so sad that the gold had loads of gold, so this made me happy. Love warm peaches. Hopefully this is the last neutral palette and we can get back to actual color stories. Oh, we have more. I don't know why it went out. Kind of the same, but it looks pretty. I agree. Kind of the same, but no matter what, it looks pretty. Natasha. Need this. Yes, it's saying it's sold out, but I think it's just not on sale yet. It was available, I guess, for like they had a certain pre-sale amount, I guess, but she gone now, but she'll come back, don't worry. No rush. Beautiful. I recently got I Need a Nude, and now I also want this one. The timing on that, huh? Good basic, but as a beige back, ignore, I don't know why I said good basic at first. It's basic, sure. But as a beige Becky, I like it. I relate to you 1000%. Now, I'm more of a cooler / neutral beige Becky, so this one, I didn't need it. I don't like it as much, but if it was more cool toned or purple toned, I would feel the same as you, 100%. Excited for this one. These colors are beautiful. Okay, so at first it started off very negative with the responses right away, but I'm noticing as I'm getting deeper into it, the responses are becoming more positive. So you either really like it or you really don't, right? I think it'll pair well with bronze and golden. I do think that this will cool down the bronze palette because it's orange. Same old, same old. Miss some blues, greens. She used to do that. She used to add some pops at least. It's true. And now she's really sticking hard with the theme. It seems, and you're right, she doesn't add any fun pops anymore. And she did used to do that all the time. Great call out here. Immediate yes. Who did I skip? I'm sorry. I think it's going to be perfect for fall. It will be. Great transitional palette. Pair well with the golden palette. So I'm trying to see, pretty mixed bag here. I think a lot of you are like, I either need it or I don't. I will do a comparison with the bronze palette. So, okay, pretty neutral, more neutral than normal. Normally, you guys have some stronger opinions. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this shopper drop. As always, I want to get a discussion going in the comments, and also, are there any questions that you have that you want to be answered in my review? I would love to hear it. This is just the beginning stages of getting into the nitty-gritty of the palette. This is part of my process for figuring out what I want to share with you guys to give you the best review possible. So if you want to help me out, I would love to hear it. Make sure you comment down below. Let's get the discussions and questions going. I will be in there like swimwear. And make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to be a part of that review. It will be up very soon, which within the next few days, hopefully. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.